Hello children, welcome back to our part 2 session today, that is the selfish Jane. In part 1 we have completed in page number 35 up to north wind. That also let us continue now. Okay. So the old Jane was telling here. So the old hail came. Every day for 3 hours he rattled on the roof of the castle till he broke most of the slates, and then he ran round and round the garden as fast as he could go. He was dressed in grey and his breath was like ice. I sat at the window and looked out at my cold white garden. So here the old Jane was looking. Oh, hail was there, north wind, snow and frost, and this hail stayed for almost 3 hours. It stayed, okay, and all the roofs, the castle, all the water slates are there. They got broken. So this is what is happening as the hail entered, and the old Jane he is just looking at that. And I cannot understand why the spring is so late in coming. He don't understand why the spring was so late in coming. He hoped there will be a change in the weather. He is just expecting that there will be definitely change will be there in the climate. Okay, but he did not find any change in the climate. Old Jane was telling, but the spring never came. No, he did not come, and not the summer. No spring, not the summer. The autumn gave golden fruit to every garden, but to my garden she gave none. Autumn season have given for every garden bearing the fruit, but only to this garden, only the Jane garden does not give anything. And the autumn, he is too selfish. The autumn was telling that why he did not give the fruit, because the autumn was also telling, see, the Jane is selfish. Old Jane. So it was always winter here, and the north wind and the hail and the frost and the snow danced about through the grass. So only these, the snow, north wind, the snow, frost, okay, all these were dancing in the garden. So there was no spring season and no summer season in the garden. And now let us enter into page number 37, the selfish Jane part 2, continuation. Here the old Jane is saying, one morning I was laying awake in bed when I heard some lovely music. It sounded so sweet that I thought it must be the king's musicians passing by. But it was really only a little linnet bird singing outside my window. It was so long since I had heard a bird sing in my garden that it seemed to me to be the most beautiful music in the world. So one day morning when he got up, what did he hear? The birds are singing, and he thought that some king's musicians were passing by, they are playing the music, he thought. But no, it was not right. So the birds were singing the songs when he saw through the window. So after a long time he is hearing such music from the birds. He was so happy by listening to the beautiful songs of the birds in the garden. So the Jane was telling like this. The hail was stopped, dancing over my head, and the north wind has ceased. Ceased means stopped, his roaring. So north wind has stopped, hail has stopped. A delicious smell is coming from the window. Nice delicious smell is coming from the window. I believe the spring has come at last. So he believed that, oh, maybe the spring season have come. Finally he thought. Then the old Jane was telling, in every tree I could see a little child. The trees were so glad to have the children's back again, and they had covered themselves with blossoms and were waving their arms gently above the children's heads. The birds were flying above the twittering with delight, and the flowers were looking up through the green grass and laughing. It was a lovely scene. Only in one corner it was still winter. It was the farthest corner of the garden, and in it was standing a little boy. He was so small that he could not reach up to the branches of the tree, and he was wandering all round it, crying bitterly. The poor tree was still quite covered with frost and snow, and the north wind was blowing and roaring about it. Climb up, little boy, said the tree, and it bent its branches down as low as it could. But the little boy was too tiny. It was then that my heart melted. So here when the Jane came outside, when he saw all the children were playing on the trees, okay, and he was so happy by looking at the children, but only one small tiny boy, he couldn't climb the tree as he was too small to climb, and the branches also have bent so that the boy will climb onto the branch, but he was too small and he couldn't climb. So this was seen by the Jain, and the Jain felt really heartfelt, okay, that how little boy is unable to climb the tree, and he felt sorry for him, and he helped him to climb up the tree. So in the picture you can see in page number 38 how the giant is helping the boy to climb onto the branch of a tree. The giant was telling, how selfish I have been. Now I know why the spring would not come here. I will put the poor little boy on the top of the tree, and then I will knock down the wall, and my garden shall be the children's playground forever and ever. He thought that how selfish I was these days. Because of these children, the spring season and the summer season have not come into my garden. How selfish I was. So now onwards I will knock down that wall, whatever the wall he have constructed, he said he will knock down it, and he will allow the children to play, to come and play in his garden forever and ever. He changed completely now. In the part 1, he was a selfish Jain, and now it is completely a new Jain. Okay, kind and nice, good Jain he was. But in the starting it is there. So he is changed and kind character now. So now he have changed. Now the old Jain is saying that I was really very sorry for what I have done. He is feeling sorry for what he have done. So I crept downstairs and opened the front door quite softly and went out into the garden. But when the children saw me, they were so frightened that they all ran away, and the garden became winter again. So when the Jain came outside, all the children saw this Jain and they all ran away because they were frightened for the Jain. That's something he will do. And again the winter season entered as the children went back. Only the little boy did not run. Only the small boy, he did not run. For his eyes were so full of tears that he did not see me coming. Why the boy did not run? Because he was crying and his eyes is filled with full of tears. So he couldn't see the Jain coming near to him. So I stole up behind him and took him gently in my hand and put him up into the tree. So slowly he took on his palm the boy, and he slowly kept on to the tree. And the tree broke at once into blossom. And the tree, so as he kept the child onto the tree, it was blossom. Okay, and the tree broke at once into blossom. All the ice was gone, snow was gone, and the birds came and sang again. All the birds and they came and they started to sing. And the little boy stretched out his 2 arms and flung them around my neck and kissed him. So the little boy have opened his arms, and the Jain took the boy into his arms, and he caught the neck around him and he kissed him. Okay, who kissed? The little boy kissed the Jain. When the other children saw that, they came running back, and with them came the spring. So this was seen by the rest of the children who ran away from there and hiding back of the trees. They saw this scene, they saw the boy kissing the Jain, and all the children came back. So as they came back, again the spring season have come back into the garden. So now the Jain was saying, it is your garden now, little children. He said, now this garden is yours, he said. Who said? The Jain. Then the old Jain. I took a great axe and knocked down the wall, and when the people were going to market to 12 o'clock, they found me, yes, me, playing with the children in the most beautiful garden they had ever seen. All day long we played, and in the evening the children came to bid me goodbye. So here he knocked down the wall, and every day the children used to come, and the Jain also used to play with the children. And he was telling, yes, this is me, changed Jain. I am playing with the children. Whole day he used to play with the children, the Jain. And the tall girl, now we have somewhere to play. So here all the children were talking to each other. Now we have really got the time to play with the Jain. This is a nice place, they thought. This is much better than the road. They thought it is much more better than the road. Why? Because the road was so hard and all the stones were there on the road, so that was really very hard to play on the road. Yes, the road is so dusty and the dust makes me sneeze, and the grass is so much nicer than all those hard stones. I like all the flowers and the trees. How happy we are all here. Thank you, Mr. Jane. Yes, thank you. You are a very nice Jane, said by the round boy. But where is your little champion? The boy I put into the tree. I don't know, said by the graceful girl. He has gone away, said by the round boy. You must tell him to be sure to come here tomorrow, the Jane said. And the tall girl said, I don't know where he lives. Square girl said, I have never seen him before. The Jane said, but I wanted to thank him. When he kissed me on the cheek, I felt as though a great weight has been lifted from my heart. Short boy, I'm sorry, but I don't think he lives around here. Here, nobody, the children, the boy used to come and play with them, but they never asked his name and all, okay? And never known. Nobody knows where the boy stays, what is his name and all. Nothing they know. Old Jane said, every afternoon, but I want the little boy, I want to meet that little boy. Jane wants so much to meet the little boy because when he kissed him, he felt like so a light weight of the heart, so happy he felt. And old Jane is saying, every afternoon when school was over, the children came and played with him. So every afternoon as the school was over, so they used to come and play in the garden. But I never saw again the little boy who I love. But he never saw the little boy with the children. Never he saw after that. Oh, I would like to see him again, but he wants to see him so much. I have grown old and feeble waiting. I cannot play about with the children anymore. So I sit here in my armchair and watch the children at their games and admire my garden. So as he grew old and old, now he cannot play with children because he became old. So he sat on the armchair and looking at the children playing, and he felt happy by looking at the children and admiring his garden. I have many beautiful flowers, but the children are the most beautiful flowers of all. So like this he is admiring. How? Like he is having even the beautiful garden, but children are the most beautiful flowers, he said. That was really a very nice sentence. Getting up and looking up the window, he said, I no longer hate the winter. Now I no longer hate the winter. It is merely the spring asleep. The flowers are resting. And suddenly he rubs his eyes in wonder and looks around. He will see. He will rub his eyes and he looks around. What a marvelous sight this is. Wow, what a marvelous, how beautiful it is. In the farthest corner of the garden, a tree covered with lovely white blossoms. Its branches are all golden and silver fruit hangs down from them. And what is this? Can it be? Oh, can it be? He has come back. He has come back. The old Jane jumps down the stairs into the snowy garden and to the grassy patch where the child is standing. When he draws close to the child and examines him, his face grows red with anger. So here the old Jane was telling, who hath means who has dared to wound thee? Wound thee is wound you. Your hands, your feet, who hath dared to wound you? Tell me that I may take out my big sword and slay him. So here he was telling, who hurted you? Why this your arms and legs, your arms and feet became so red? What happened? You tell me, I'll kill him with my sword, he said, the old Jane, by looking at the child. Then the child said, no, no, but these are the wounds of love. These are the wounds of love. They are necessary, they needed, they are required for me. Then the old Jane said, little child, who art thou? Who are they? He said, who are you? Thou means you. Who are you, little child? He asked. The Jane asked the child, who are you? Then the child said smilingly, you let me play once in your garden today. You shall come with me to live in my garden, which is in paradise. So he said, the child have asked, today you play with me and I will take you to my place, that is paradise, okay, which is in paradise which is in paradise. To that place I will take you, so play with me today, he said. Who asked? The child have asked the giant. The child climbs into the old giant's arms, and the child will jump into the old giant's arms. The winter melts away before them as they walk into an ever expanding garden. So winter will go away and they will move to the next, that is expanding garden. The winter melts away before them as they walk into an ever expanding garden. So slowly the child will take away this giant along with him to the paradise. Okay, so that means the old giant will go away. That means he will go to the heaven. Okay, both of them. So in that way old giant will die and pass away. Okay, so that was a play which is written by Oscar Wilde. Okay, and he was born in the year 16th October 1854 and died on 30th November 1900. He was an Irish writer and also poet. Irish writer and poet. After writing in different forms throughout the 1880s, he became one of the London's most popular playwrights in early 1890s. So in London, most popular playwrights he have written. He became one of the famous person in London. Today he is remembered for his epigrams and plays. Today, now also he is remembered, this Oscar Wilde. Okay, because he have written, he is remembered for his epigrams and also plays. And Oscar Wilde is best known for the novel. What is the best novels which he have written? The Picture of Dorian Gray and the play The Importance of Being Earnest, The Happy Prince and other tales in a collection of children's story. So in this way so many children's stories he have written and became so famous, and even now also we remember this man, that is this poet, this author Oscar Wilde. Okay, so such a great writer, he have given us this beautiful play, that is the Selfish Giant. So how the selfish giant have changed into a kind and good giant. No, yes. So that is really very nice story. So we are also like that. Okay, we sometimes we leave the bad from us and we take the good. Okay, within us a good and bad both are there. That we have to realize, and we have to go with the good things and leave the bad things. Okay, so selfish to good and kind we should be. Okay, like this change. Okay children, that was a really beautiful story which is given a good moral from the story. Okay, thank you children, and bye bye, see you.